Oh my god, this is nice. Yeah, we are watching this. Unhinged black woman loses it after Africans berate her for her racism towards whites. Oh, this is awesome. This is gonna be fine. Oh, 720p is max. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's get right into it.
I'm Lord Zion, and I am a racist. And what I love most about being a racist is the fact that people
Let's get that started from the beginning. I think we all need to hear that.
Zion, and I am a racist. And what I love most about being a racist is the fact that people think I am afraid to confess to being a racist. So it makes me feel so good and strong and courageous to be able to walk proudly in my truth, not worrying about what may happen or the backlash that I may receive for being this way. And if you have white, red, pink, beige, or clear skin, there is absolutely nothing that you could ever do to make me like you. Black power forever.
You know, you know, I was actually called a Nazi by a coworker 2 years ago. And guess what happened? The literal communist half Asian dude came to my defense. I love it. And the thing is, I can say the most racist stuff that is there. Doesn't change that I have two black friends that all not live in Germany. And you are Asian. Welcome. Does this offend you? Oh, I can see, I'm Asian. Does that offend you? I would guess not. Because you aren't stupid. Now, white people, they will get offended by that. If that's in the video, which it will, see, you don't care. No one that's intelligent cares. That's like, there was an Asian comedian, making jokes, and then he went, oh, when white people do that, oh, that's racist. Oh, what are me? Look at me, I'm white, I'm white. That's not offensive. That's just a stupid joke. But stupid people will find anything offensive that they don't like. And even if they like it, if they think that others don't like it, they still will say something. Because that's how spineless they are. And I got on a side tangent. let's let's go back.
Why are all of these animals from Africa crawling into my comment section like roaches? You're
If I say that, I literally have a chance to go to prison.
swarming into my comment section. I don't even know what you're saying. Why are you even here? And why does it make you so angry that I'm telling you that we're not coming to Africa? Do y'all need us that bad?
You? No. Some white people to start companies and invest money? Yes. And funny thing is, she is literally speaking a white people language.
Y'all need what we have that bad that it makes you angry that I'm telling you that I want you to stay away from us? What is wrong with you people? So, oh, we don't care if you don't come here. We don't need you. Oh, yes, you do need us. And you know why I know you need us? Because you people beg and borrow and bum your way to America just to come here and latch onto us like ticks. You
No, they come to America to work. Not like you. There is a reason why black Africans hate Afro Americans. There is a reason for that. Like my black friends, they aren't Afro Americans. and they hate Afro-Americans. Why? Because Afro-Americans make all other black people look bad. Hi there. You came to the right point. And damn, the thing is, the black people in Europe, for example, that are that get the American culture thing going, they don't like white people all too. Now the original Africans that come here and actually work, you know, they come here with their family and kids. They work here. They do stuff. They are completely fine. Completely. But then you have the people that come here illegally, that can't work here, that become drug dealers and stuff like that. They become like the Afro Americans in, well, America. They are the problem. And that's why black people outside of the US hate Afro Americans. Well, one reason.
You latch onto us and steal our culture, trying to act like us and dress like us and talk like us because you don't have an identity. You need us. That's why you're so mad about me saying
That woman is so stupid. Africans, they don't want Afro-American culture. Because African-American culture is so disgusting to them. If an Afro-American goes to Africa, he will be looked down to. I know that because I have seen a lot of videos of Afro-Americans going to Africa and they talk about that. Yeah, I got this African friend. He's the best. Yeah, see? I don't know. We are only 1 minute 40 in. And she is completely unloading her retardedness.
we're not coming to Africa. Instead of you just moving on and keep scrolling, you're coming in my comment section trying to force your way in. What is wrong with you, animalistic beast?
Hey guys, my name is Madi and you are welcome to Madi Speaks. Now, I will.
Wow, the difference. The difference between the Afro-American and, I would highly guess, the African. Wow. Wow. The first lady was Afro-American. I can... The thing why I say that she is African and not Afro-American is because, number one, she isn't screaming. Number one, her tone of voice is nice. By the way, that's also the thing. If I see a video and I can tell if the person is an Afro-American, especially when it comes to women, because of how the voices sound. It's not even what they say, it's just the sound. And that's completely a culture thing, because Afro-American women are so aggressive. If I'm outside here and I hear black girls talk, they have such cute voices. It always shocks me because I'm used to this aggressive Afro-American voices. That when I hear, you know, a black woman or a girl just speak normal, it completely blows my mind. And that comes from someone that the last time I had a crush on a black woman or girl was in my teenager years. And that's precisely because of Afro-American women. Because as a kid, a teenager, I had crushes on, well, Afro-American women and girls all the time. Without, well, I always only saw them on TV. Because the first black person I saw in person, I saw when I was 16 on a bus. Imagine that, me, the blackest person in my school was a girl from the Philippines. Was actually in my class, and she was one of the hottest chicks in school. I can tell you that. She was tiny, but damn, she was some hot chocolate. And yeah, that's how it is. And I always had crushes on all sorts of girls and women, no matter of ethnicity. When I was a kid and teenager, like I see beautiful women in Asian movies and movies about Africa that play in Africa that have black people, Asian people, Latin Americans, South Americans, white people. Doesn't matter. If a girl or a woman is pretty, and it's nice, got a crush on them. It didn't matter at all.
I always tell you guys that Africans are different from black people. Okay, I know that is a bit confusing, but let me explain it to you guys.
That's only confusing to racists, to actual racists, not racists like me. Like I, I know I see the difference between Nigerian people and people from Nigeria, being west coast of Africa, and um, uh, whatever country on the east coast. I see the difference because they have different faces, they have different noses, jawlines. There is a massive difference. Not only that, but also the skin color. That can also be different. It depends on the tribe, like literally the tribe, because you can differentiate people's DNA by which tribe they belong, which is very interesting. But yeah, I can differentiate that. I know these people are ethnically not the same. They are both black, but they aren't the same. Only because their skin color is kind of the same doesn't mean they are the same. That doesn't mean, oh, these are black people. I mean, they are, but they are not the same black people. They have completely different cultures, they have different languages, they have different history. I know that because I actually give a fuck. No, the anti-racists, they don't. They all put them into one category, which is very racist. Like how people say about China and Japan. Exactly. They can't see the difference, but I can. Exactly. I am the same. And the funny thing is, I can completely differentiate between Chinese and Japanese, but I have problems to differentiate Koreans to Chinese and Japanese because they're literally in between. Not only ethnically, but also from the language. It sometimes sounds Japanese and sometimes it sounds Chinese. Because my guess would be that it's a mix between. And that's the thing. Actual racists, they don't see the difference. For them, they are all the same. But people like me who care, who actually are interested, we see the difference. And we are being called racist. Because we see the differences. That's why people from the Philippines and people from Indonesia, they aren't the same. They kind of look the same, but they aren't. You have a strong German accent. Are you German? Well, do I? Am I white? Yes, of course I am. Yes, many of Japanese language is borrowed from China. Of course it is. China was the primarily dominant part in Asia for, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years. Of course, other cultures adapted Japanese stuff, especially language, of course. The same happened in Europe. Like in Germany, back in the day, the nobles were all speaking French. Why? Because they all looked up to the French. They all wanted to copy the French. Because the French Empire was so massive, so rich in money and culture that the German monarchs wanted to adapt that They wanted to be like them. So they all spoke French. And that's also where the saying comes that the Germans are all thinkers and uh, poets. Because the monarchs all built a lot of theaters also and palaces, all to be like the French. While the actual Germans were all just soldiers and farmers. Most people don't. That's why there's also the even in Germany itself we say that the Germans are thinkers and poets, but we aren't. We never were. That's just a misconception. The truth is the Germans were always farmers and soldiers. But that was again a side tangent. Back to the video.
Now, by Africans, I mean people who live in the continent of Africa or who
Yes.
might be living outside of Africa as immigrants in foreign countries but recently migrated out of Africa. This includes the children they give birth to in these foreign countries. They are all Africans. Now, black people are those who claim to be foundational this and that, okay? Who were
Yeah.
descendants of slaves, okay? Who can trace back their fourth generation to America and places like that. Now, these two groups of people are vastly different in so many regards, and I'm not gonna start listing out their differences so that maybe some people might not feel triggered and insulted. But let me just give you one example, okay? Now, Africans have their fathers in the homes. I, for one, in
What?
all my 23 years of living on this earth, I do not know a single person in my circle who is African and whose father abandoned them, okay? All my friends.
See that? Let me say it. She doesn't know anyone in her circle that was abandoned by their father. It's not a question of skin color, it's culture. Fatherless homes are a question of culture, not skin color. I mean, I have to know I grew up without a father, and I'm very white. So yeah, it's not skin color. It's all culture, and that's one reason why Afro-American culture is so horrible. Because it promotes fatherless homes, which isn't hard to do if you grow up without a father. You never learn how to be a father, and yeah, then you leave. And the thing is, the homes of Afro-Americans where the father is there, that are the good homes. Well, they are a lot of cases good homes. I mean, what are these homes? That most of the times the father studied or has a trade, and almost the same goes for the mother. They just don't get divorced, and they have children. That's it. And then you have, the 75% of the mothers that are single mothers. That have children, a bunch of children with different men, and live in poverty. Of course, nothing good comes out of that. Which statistically is proven. Like, single mothers are the worst parents of all. That's why the prisons are full of children of single mothers. Everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world. It's not about, the Afro-Americans. No, everywhere in the world, the children of single mothers become the problem of the society. Why is that? Because single mothers aren't good at being parents. They are completely overwhelmed by it. It's very obvious. And all of what I just said might get me cancelled. Back to the video.
Parents have their mom and dad raising them. Everybody I know have their father in the family, unless their father is late. Their father is dead, unless. Now, some of you might be like, oh, are you trying to tell me that there's no single African whose father is not in the home? There might be, There might be, but these are rare cases, okay? These are very rare cases. And in my circle of friends, like the people I know around me, their fathers, their mothers are in the home, right? They are being raised in a two-parent household. Now, you know the story when it comes to Black Americans. The reverse is the case, okay? Now, it was even
Yes.
a huge culture shock for me. And I don't mean this as an insult. I'm just telling you the facts, okay? Also, you see the way she mimicked Africans saying that they speak hukapuchi, hida, buka, buka, whatever, okay? Those verbal insults would never ever trigger an African person. In fact, it will make us laugh and nothing more. Okay, we will find it funny. Okay, now, but I cannot say the same thing for Black people who have proven time and time again that a single word can be used to shatter their entire existence and send them crying like little girls. Anyway, let's try to make sense of her ridiculous outburst, okay? Let's try to understand what she's talking about and what set her off so bad. So I went to her page and discovered that all she does is make hateful videos against white people. If she's not insulting them and blaming them for one thing or the other, then she's telling them to worship her. Yes, you heard me.
Oh, of course she does that. Of course. To be fair, all I hear about African American women is that they hate white people, that they're the most racist people on the planet. And to be fair, it's being proven all the time. It's hilarious.
Telling them to worship her as God. As ridiculous as that sounds, that is what she's saying. Now, Africans in her comment section are not having her uncouth behavior and they started calling her out for her horrible actions. But instead of reflecting on her behavior, she decided to insult them and call them names.
Of course, she's stupid. You have to understand that she's stupid and full of hate. And she is full of hate because she's too stupid to understand the world. Understanding the world means that you can't be stupid. I think I'm babbling. But yeah, if you want to understand the world, you can't be stupid. There's so many things that play into each other in the world that you need to be intelligent to understand these things and how they work together. She can't. It's very obvious. At least to me.
And you immigrants, especially the ones from Africa, y'all love coming here telling us that we do not have a culture. Y'all
Well, to be fair, they aren't wrong.
always do that. You come here claiming that Black Americans don't have a culture, all while you are imitating and cosplaying our culture. You
No, they don't. They want actually nothing to do with your culture.
literally come here to our country trying to be us, trying to act just like we act.
No, they don't. They don't. I can tell because black people around here, the people that are directly from Africa and they are good people, they don't at all behave like Afro Americans. Now we have a problem with a lot of young men that, you know, do things here that you shouldn't do, which I can talk about because I would go to prison. But yeah, um, those are the people that come here illegally. People that come here legally, oh, they work their ass off. Unless they're refugees, then they don't, because they don't come here to work. They come here to get money from the government. Which, by the way, half of all the social funding uh, goes to people with a refugee and migrant background. Half of it. And half of it is, I think, 450 billion euros. No, 450 billion euros is the funding. And they get half of it. Imagine what you could do with 225 billion euros. That's so much money. You could literally double the, the money that the unemployed get, or social benefit takers, which you shouldn't do. Oh my God, no, don't do that. It would destroy the economy, the entire country. But I'm on a side tangent again.
Act, trying to speak just like we speak, using our lingo, trying.
Oh, you dumb woman. So the white people that live in the hood or adjacent to the hood, I know that because I have seen videos of it. And also, those white people have the same culture as the black people because they are around each other all the time. They literally are the same.
To dress just how we dress. You do everything that we do, trying to eat how we eat. That is our culture, our food, our music, our clothing, our style. That is our culture that we have created that you are imitating.
Did you really create it, or was it created for you? Because the Afro-American culture is very destructive. With all the gangster stuff, worshipping criminals, that's very, very destructive. Like if you have seen videos about Los Angeles when entire groups of people storm a business and rob it, in Nigeria they would get lynched. And I'm not just saying that, I mean it. I have seen videos. I've seen videos of thieves in Nigeria being beaten half to death and then put gasoline over them and ignited them, burned them alive. I have seen videos like that. That's what these people would get. And to be fair, I'm not 100% against that. But I'm way past the point of, oh yeah, those poor, poor criminals, let's help them. I'm way past that point.
You have never in your life seen Black Americans trying to act and dress and speak like an African.
Are you retarded? What about all those Afro-Americans that are Muslims and dress like the black Muslims in Africa? I have seen that in movies. I have seen that in videos on YouTube and stuff like that. I have seen that. I have seen that over a decade ago. Or over 2 decades ago. I've seen movies from the 80s. I think it was Coming to America, where one of the actors was dressed like that. Because, of course, it's part of its role, but it already existed. That was back in the 80s. You are welcome.
You're supposed to be the source. You're supposed to be the root, but we don't act like you, and it's the other way around. Make it make sense. Have you ever in your life seen a Black person in America trying to act and speak like someone from Africa? You have never, and you will never.
Yes. Yes, I did. I mean, not personally, because I was never in America. But in videos and stuff, yes. I mean, it's so easy to debunk this little retard.
Like Kai Cenat, who stood up on his platform telling Black Americans, oh, y'all don't have no culture, while he's sitting up there acting like a Black American. He not talking like a Nigerian. He ain't dressing like a Nigerian. He's dressing and speaking like us, like our culture, while telling us we don't have one. It makes no sense. This is why we know that we are not African. We have no connection to you. We know in our soul lets us know that we are superior to you.
Sure. Sure. Is that why you need special treatment to get jobs? Otherwise, you wouldn't? Yes, she said superior. She said Afro Americans are superior to Africans. One of the stupidest things I have ever heard. One of the stupidest things I have ever heard. And I have heard a lot of stupid things. Like a lot.
You look up to us. You idolize us. You want to be us.
No, they hate you. They look down on you. I know that because they are saying it all the time. Of course she's lying. Yes, she is lying. Of course she is. If she wouldn't be lying, she would have to acknowledge that she's wrong. And that can't happen.
So how can we come from you when you're trying to beat us? Make it make sense. You know who you are. Get on the floor. It's Black Power forever.
All I'm going to say is that these people need a serious psychiatric intervention, okay? Individuals like her are just crazy. And that is also why the reasonable members of the society are plagued with black fatigue. People are tired of this horror. Her page is filled with videos upon videos of her being racist and extremely hateful to white people, saying all sort of horrible things about them, calling them pink people, pasty people, sun dodgers. I mean, names that...
I think that's funny. Yeah, she's great. She's awesome. She's nice.
would send people like her into a rioting and looting mode if a white person were to say the same thing about them. Now, because we are calling her out on her own hypocrisy, on her own racism, she decided to turn her craziness on Africans. As she kept on claiming that Africans are trying to be like them, you know, black people, trying to practice their culture and all those other white claims, I kept saying to myself, God forbid, I reject, God forbid, I reject. I mean, what culture are you talking about? The culture of fatherless homes?
that's fundamentally it.
In fact, I won't even use my words, okay? Let me use the words of fellow Africans in the comment section. This person said, ha 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 ha, I don't want to have 2, 3, 4 baby daddies. My father was always home. Nobody ever wanted to be like y'all. We are actually taught to be far from y'all. But
yes, that's actually a thing. Black parents telling their children to not be like Afro-Americans. That's a thing. And that's a good thing. Because why would you want to be like them? Most of them are, you know, like literally worthless. They just make problems. Like, you know, prison population, 75% black people. Why? 75% of black homes are, you know, fatherless. There is a direct correlation. And that's not because, oh, they are black. You have that everywhere in the world. Everywhere. In Germany too. And in Japan and China. Well, China might be a little, you know, it's China. But Russia is the same. And, you know, all countries. Because fathers give structure. Women don't. Women let things slide because they don't want to be bothered by their kids. Fathers mostly let things slide because it doesn't completely matter, or because they don't want their wives to be angry at them. But that's mostly a thing in the West, where fathers can't raise their children properly because the mother is in the way. Which I really think is a huge problem and actually going on.
I'm so-called Christ. Yeah, in case you are wondering, in case you're lost, that is her username, Mrs. Christ, okay? So, but I'm so-called Christ. Give us your own language, because we Africans, we have our own language apart from English.
Yeah.
What is your culture? Is she calling Jordans and Timberland her culture? God forbid we ever become society's rejects like you. No.
Jesus. Oh, that one is good.
No one across the world wants anything to do with you. You know it, and that is why you are so full of rage.
Yes.
Remember, guys, these are not my words, okay? These are the words of the Africans in her comment section, but they are not lies, okay? The new global music trend is Afro beats and Amapiano. People aren't checking for you like that. Your dress style and manners is not my thing. I prefer elegance.
Oh, oh, that hurt. Oh my God. But it's true. When was the last time you have seen an elegant Afro-American woman? I can, you know what? Um, Afro-American woman, 1900 images. There, nice woman, nice Afro-American woman. And look how nice they are. I love those dresses. They look awesome. They look nice. They look all nice. There's zero comparison to how horrible Afro-American women look these days. And look at their hair. They made something out of their natural hair. They weren't ashamed of their hair, which I think Afro-American women are. I think they are ashamed of their hair, which is stupid. I, as a white as it gets man, as a super Aryan, I love black woman's hair. It's awesome. I love it. It's always one of the things I look at when I see a black woman because I like it so much. Yeah, this this is amazing. Oh, look how cute she is. Yeah. Oh my God, that photo. Wow, that's an afro. That's nice. Yes. And look at her. That's nice hair, like really nice. Now this, no, because it's completely fake. And it's blonde. Stop trying to be something you aren't. I hate that when people try to be something they aren't. And yes, black women can be extremely beautiful if they don't try to be, not black. Like this, I don't know if it's in photo or it's AI. I actually can't tell. But she's beautiful. And so's she. Look at that smile. Beautiful. But when was the last time you saw an Afro-American woman smile? You never do because they're always angry, because they hate everyone around them and themselves. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at that tan. Look at that skin color. Oh my God. But yeah, so much for my little fetish for black woman that I don't really have. Let's go back to the video.
All right, so it is just so tiring. It is just so exhausting, and this is why I feel the pains of other non-black people. Now I'm talking about white people, Asians, Hispanics, okay? People who have to go through this kind of headache and noise making every single day of their lives in the United States of America. It must be so tiring. It must be hell for you guys. Getting this type of degeneracy from the same people, from the same group of people. It must be super exhausting. So yeah, I understand why black fatigue is a thing. Now, my intention for making this video is not to start a clash between Africans and black Americans. No, that is not the reason for making this video. Rather, my intention for making this video is to further clarify to you guys that these ninjas, YouTube, I said ninjas. YouTube, I said ninjas, okay? Now, these ninjas are truly doing too much. They are utterly tiring everyone out. Everyone, yes, including African people. It is not just white people or people from other races. It is also even yes, Africans. They claim to have invented everything. They claim everyone is appropriating their culture. They insult everyone. They use racist slurs on everyone. They disrupt public peace. They generate nuisance everywhere they go. They always yes, show themselves. But the icing on the cake is that they turn around and pretend to be the victim. Now, I'm not going to waste any more time on this individual. But what I'm going to say is this: these are the individuals smearing the reputation of the Black community and giving Africans and people like me more
Yes.
reason to differentiate ourselves from them. Now, I am truly begging the owners of these people to please put them on a leash, or better
She said the owners of these people. This is great. I love her.
still book a psychiatric therapy session for them so that they can be on their way to recovery. Because looking at them, I know that they have a lot of baggage and a lot of phantom trauma. But as always, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, but feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buy me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.
Peace.
Lord.
That was great. Telling you Stop. We go back to the video. Give it a like.
I'm Lord Zion.
And now I'm talking about black fatigue. So, when I grew up, I watched movies with black people all the time. And guess what? I didn't care. No one cared. No one cared. And why did no one care? Because the black people in the movies and shows, they were just people. It didn't matter that they were black at all. No one cared. Now, the only thing that these black people in these movies and shows have is they are black and that's why they are there. That's their only purpose to existing. They aren't people anymore. They are just a statistic. And people are sick of that. That's the problem. And on top of that, the characters that these characters have in this, movies and shows is so unlikable that people start hating it. And that's also where I am now. I can't see modern movies and shows anymore with black people in it, because I'm immediately okay. There's the quote, the N-word, and I know exactly that person is gonna be the victim of white people, and I already know where all of this is going on, and I already don't like anything. Now I go back and watch Predator. Has two black dudes in it, and no one gives a flying F that they're black, because it's not relevant. No one cares. They are just dudes. Dudes together with other dudes that doing dudes things. And that's the only thing that matters. Or Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. I think 90 to 95% of the cast of the movie is black, and no one cares because it's just a movie, and it's good. And the people that are portrayed in the movie by the actors, they're just people. Just it happened that they are black and from Africa. But no one cares. There is no political agenda. It's such a good movie. Now the second movie, I tried to watch the second Coming to America movie, and I think I stopped after 5 or 10 minutes because I couldn't take it, because it was so horrible. Bro, for some reason in Australia, every high school, everyone says the N-word. I don't know if it's my school or most schools. Well, at this point, might be most schools. And the thing is, these days, it's not the problem that they are black people. It's that they are there for a political purpose. That's the problem. And that's why black fatigue exists. On top of the characters that are portrayed by these black actors are just trashy people. But you have that problem with a lot of characters in modern media. The people are just trash because the writers are trash. And the producers, a lot of cases too, and the directors. That's a huge problem these days, that The people that work in media are all trash people. And that's why all the media is trash. Just remember Concord, you know, the game that was shut down after, I think, 10 days. What a disaster. What a disaster. It was horrible. It indeed was. Oh my God. Oh, this was exhausting.